and then helped out in the kitchen, as dishwashers do, right?
Yep.
Clean some lettuce,
do whatever
cut
everybody
some stuff.
Hey, you come here, help me.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the girls were very pretty.
Yeah.
So I was like probably 16 or whatever, and the girls were really pretty.
And you're
in
like,
the front of house.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna go be a front of house person.
Okay, got you. You're like, fuck this kitchen.
Yeah.
Shit, bro.
So I was a banquet server because I was like, it's easy.
Yeah.
It's red wine, white wine. Here's your salad. Here's your whatever. It's banquets. Super easy. I fold napkins. I flirt with girls.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Sounds
whatever
right.
16-year-old kid
exactly
wants to do.
wants to do it.
Yeah.
Not all of us are lucky.
Yeah.
Like I worked with a guy named Ricardo who we called Retardo.
Yeah.
He's fucked up now, right? You can't say that shit, but that's what they called him. And like, it's weird. And I think I've told this story before, but in a home video that my mom has about like our vacations in Puerto Rico and shit, or like our, when we'd go over there to visit family, it cuts out and she's got like a scene of a party, and Ricardo is there dancing at the party. And then it cuts out real quick and it goes back to the vacation.
No way.
Yeah. And we hadn't watched the videos for a long time. And this was like when I was like 22.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't worked at KFC for 6 years. I worked there when I was 16. And I'm like, oh my God, that's Ricardo. Like, what the fuck? And I'm like, Mom, who is that guy? You know that guy?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, we used to be friends with him back in the day. And I'm like, when I worked with him at KFC, he was a heroin addict and homeless, which I thought was pretty cool that he could hold a job and be homeless. Like, that's kind of crazy. But fucking Ricardo. I hope he's okay out there,
Yeah, shout out to Ricardo.
Yeah, shout out to Ricardo.
Hopefully you're doing okay, bro.
Hopefully you're all right. Yeah. Merritt, Connecticut, man. It's a trap for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, man. We're losing our place here. Where were we?
So anyway, dishwasher.
Dishwasher, man.
Server.
Turn to the front of the house because you need to talk to girls.
Yeah.
Right. Did it work out? Did you get any numbers or?
Well, we'll leave that off the record.
Okay, heard that off the record. The wife's listening. You don't want to bring up anything terrible.
Yeah. And then I went to college like any good kid would. And at this point, I wasn't super like dialed in on food. I loved hospitality, but I just thought that's what you did. Right?
Got you.
You take care of people.
What'd you go to school for?
Finance and commercial law.
Okay.
But really, it was drinking beer and hanging out with frat bros.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you were in a frat.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
How was the hazing part of it? I asked another chef, and he told me that it's not what they tell you. Like, it's really a cakewalk.
Mine was really bad.
You're okay.
But I won't.
Obviously, you can't, right?
Yeah.
Also, come take your credentials. You're like,
well, I won't say really bad, but it was worse than anything I've ever got in the kitchen. That's for damn sure.
Okay, got you. Yeah. It's I saw some of it happen around me just because you'd go to parties and
for sure
there'd be like 5 kids standing in the corner without shirts, like with some stupid writing on their chest, and like people go up and fuck with them, and they like couldn't move. So people would just draw on them all night, and it's like just humiliation like that. And, you're like, is it worth it? Was it worth it? I will ask you that.
Yeah.
100%. Okay.
Mine was not standing on a wall. It was dead animals being thrown on me and crazy shit. But I mean,
what are the benefits of a frat? Just because I don't really know that world.
I don't know. And
like a brotherhood?
And I don't know if I would, if my son asked me if like, hey, should I join a frat? I don't know if I would say yes.
Okay.
But it made me tough. I mean, I was already tough.
Yeah.
But it made me tougher.
Yeah.
And then, so when I got into culinary, it was like, there's nothing you can do to me that hasn't already been, what, you're going to yell at me?
Yeah.
That's freaking cute.
It's like, it's like my dad's been yelling at me my whole life. Like, you don't scare me.
Yeah,
you know?
Someone threw a dead animal in my face. And I,
you were ready for it.
I'm like,
got you.
I'm good, chef.
Yeah. How many years were you in college?
3.
Okay.
So I ended up leaving college. I lived in a fraternity house, obviously, with like a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And my kind of hospitality story changed a little bit while I was there.
Yeah.
Because the deal was if they bought the food, I'd cook it. So
Heard.
during the summers, we're watching baseball games. There's a bunch of us. We're playing volleyball. We're hanging out. We're watching, baseball. Hey, is everybody feeling burgers? Cool. If you go buy the burgers, you buy all the stuff, I'll be the one to cook it.
Yeah.
And was kind of messing around, and that was right on the cusp of where, like, food television kind of came on.
Yeah. Busted through.
The Bobby Flays and things like that. So I was kind of taking inspiration from a few of those things.
Yeah.
And
Bobby Flay has great recipes.
And it honestly, I was like, I have a skill set.
Yeah.
You need food cooked. So
pay me money and I'll do that.
Yeah. Buy the food. And then I get to be the guy who like cooks the food. I get to eat for free. Yeah. It'll be fun. We get to have some beers, whatever. So that's where I really like got re-engaged with the hospitality industry.
Yeah.
And just taking care of people and my passion for cooking. At the same time, I was working for National City, which was like a bank at the time.
Okay. Were you a teller?
No, I worked in debt collection.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you beat people up and?
No, I'm not my cousin Vinny. Like coming showing up at your door. Yeah, but it was like
Bank of America, bitch.
No, I ended up just. I was 21 years old. I worked in a cubicle. It was a really competitive environment. I really enjoyed it. But at the end of the day, I was just.
When you say competitive. Was it competitive to see how many people you could actually get to pay their debt?
Yeah, there was like a constant...
There was an incentive for that?
Yes.
Oh.
So it was like a ranking. So like as you went through the day, whoever cleared more debt, it would have like a ranking board.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoyed. But at the end of the day, it wasn't what I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I was 21 years old sitting in a cubicle. And although it was really competitive and something that was really interesting...
Yeah.
It just didn't vibe.
Yeah.
And
you feel out of place. You're like,
and like I worked with my friends and
like
it was
you had a
fun,
break room,
but it wasn't like it wasn't what the work environment that I was used to.
Got you.
For my whole life, right? Like I've been in hospitality up to this point.
When everybody's like, let's go faster, and you're like, oh, let's go chill and drink coffee real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll make some more calls. Because in those jobs where it's based on performance, I guess you don't have to work like the whole 8 hours straight, right?
Yeah, you do, but like it's like you have a headset.
I'm sure you could take a couple breaks here and there, you know?
Yeah, and you're just like, hi. And you're trying to convince people to pay their debts. Yeah. You'd be like, oh, you didn't know that you missed your payments?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, people make up some excuses, and then after a while, when you have student loans, you realize that those people do not care about your situation. Yeah. And so I've just come at it straight up, and I'm like, I don't have your money. Yeah. So call me in 2 weeks, and then we'll handle it. But other than that, I don't have nothing for you. So you know what I mean? And then hang up.
So I had some self-reflection time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I fucking hate this. I'm 21 years old in essentially the prime of my life, right? Which that's debatable.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a cubicle. I don't like what I do.
Yeah.
What I really like to do is like hang out on the weekends and cook for my friends.
Heard.
So maybe I just want to cook.
Yeah.
So I went home, talked to my old man, and I said, I think I'm going to drop out of college. I don't think that a finance degree is what I want to do.
Yeah.
He looked at me and said, cooking's for convicts. And
okay.
he's like, I've been there, and it's not fun.
Yeah.
It's like, I know that. Like, I'm not afraid of hard work.
He's like, do you know who Akon is, son? He has a song called Locked Up, all right? I want you to play it and think about your decisions.
And but he was like, and I'm very thankful for my old man to just be like, yo, if that's what you want to do, that's all right. You can drop out of school, whatever.
But just make it worth my fucking while. Like, don't fuck it up, basically. Yeah.
And my little brother at the time was living in Orlando, so he designs video games.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
What video games has he been a part of?
Knights of the Old Republic, a bunch of Star Wars stuff for EA.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
What phase of the developing is he on?
He does like the programming.
Okay.
Yeah.
He writes the ones and the zeros.
Yes.
Okay.
And then now he does a bunch of other things.
Okay.
But still like programming.
Yeah.
Editing.
Is he on
apps.
Twitch? Because I know a lot of those guys who do video game production also like have a Twitch channel. Like
I don't even know what Twitch is, so that would be a really good
Oh,
question.
okay.
I'll have to ask.
Twitch is a platform where people play video games
And then people watch them, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's dope because just recently it's been used for many things. Like I met a guy in Wyoming who does it professionally.
Yeah.
And
now I'm thinking yeah.
He grills meat. Like it's like half of the guy playing video games and half of him smoking meats on his grill.
Freaking crazy.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know, these guys are making more money than some of the best chefs in the country right now. I'm like, what the fuck? You know? So, like, that's what you have to do is, like, play video games and then grill meat on video. It's like, hey, shout out to them.
Up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so crazy that you can do that. And he's like, yeah, it takes a long time to build a following, but after a while, like, you pretty much have, like, a TV series. You're on every night at 9. You play Call of Duty, whatever, for fucking 6 hours. And then, you know, must be a cool living, you know.
Interesting.
I was never that great at video games to be professional.
Yeah.
Like, I never finished a lot of games. I finished Super Mario Bros. And that was it. But my brother,
great game though.
Yeah, my brother, dude, Donkey Kong 1, 2, 3, fucking Metroid Prime, all the classic games, fucking through
killing it.
Yeah, through Super Nintendo to PlayStation to Xbox, just all of them.
Yeah.
He has beaten them. Shout out to him. He's in Puerto Rico. His name is Richie Rey, and he is designing software. So
awesome.
Shout out to him.
Yeah.
So your brother is in Orlando making video games, and then you go down there.
I decided, I'm like, well, maybe I'll try culinary school.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to finish college. Whatever. I got the opportunity to. Essentially, I was lucky enough to be able to make that decision. So my brother was in school down in Orlando. I'm like, yeah, there's a Le Cordon Bleu. I'll enroll in school. I'll check it out. Whatever. It's a 1-year program.
Yeah.
If I hate it, it's fine. I can always go back. Finish my financial degree, whatever. So I end up crashing on my brother's futon. For like a year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm just going to come down. I'm going to enroll in culinary school. I'm going to hang out, get a job, chill with you, reconnect. Because I hadn't seen him at that point in like 4 years.
Yeah.
And then like, sorry, Brian Baxter, but Orlando is the fucking worst place in the world.
Yeah.
I think I was like 2 years after him. When he was at Le Cordon Bleu, but like the school sucked, the city sucked.
Is that what the Disney is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why it sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about places where there's a Disney. The surrounding neighborhoods are
just
fucking
sucks everybody's
horrible.
soul out.
Horrible. There's also these Disney towns.
Yeah.
That's like super like cookie cutter and like, you know, I mean the street signs have the Mickey Mouse like ears and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know who lives in those places, but you can like live there. It's like a weird thing.
Yeah.
Florida's weird to begin with, but whatever.
But it just adds another level. Yeah. But so I ended up working at this science center, which was really cool. Cut my teeth. It was like my real first like kitchen job.
Yeah.
Straight up, like I am a cook. Catering for like little kids camps. And there's like a little grill bar thing.
Yeah.
And then I ended up getting the opportunity, the chef, shout out to Jamie, he's in Tampa.
Yeah.
He left. So they ended up giving me his job as executive chef. And I'm 21. And I looked at the point that I got the offer, I was working 4 a.m. to 5 p.m., than going to school.